Sometimes this life can get rough. You get knocked down, but you gotta get up. Demons all around, but I ain't got no fear. I keep going, but I won't stay down. I run this town, ain't backing down. I'm going around. It's roots deep. I'm on my feet. I'm underdog, and I won't be beat. In the fire now, but I won't be burned. I was waiting for this, and now it's my turn. Sweat on my face, blood in my eyes. Been underground, now I aim for the sky. Don't quit now, you can last longer. All these wounds only making you stronger. Don't give up now, yeah, you gotta climb. But we give it to all until the end, until the end. We'll be standing right here until the end of time. Till the end of time. We ain't going nowhere. We'll be standing right here until the end of time. Till the end of time.
Welcome to the Gold Coast. We are here live at the Croatian Sports Centre for what promises to be a thrilling edition of the Gold Coast Derby. We're live on FQ TV as the really newly promoted side, Gold Coast Knights, take on their fierce local rivals, Gold Coast United, in round 15 here of the NPL Queensland Women's 2025 season. Well, we just witnessed the men's edition of this as it was the away side, Gold Coast United, that took all 3 points there with a late goal. How will this one take shape? Well, the Knights are really fresh off their FQPLW Championship win, and they have made, as expected, an immediate impact in the top flight. They are currently sitting third on the table with 7 wins, 1 draw and just 2 losses. They do have an impressive attacking record so far, averaging 4 goals per game here at home. Well, it has given a little bit of freshness to an already passionate rivalry as Gold Coast Knights enter NPL. They will look to assert their dominance here. Well, Gold Coast United, a side that are known to be at the top end of the table. They've had years of success, but this season they've had a bit of a difficult start. They certainly do have a point to prove, especially after that start. They have shown a bit of resilience in the last couple of weeks, a bit of better performances. Last week was a hard-fought 3-2 victory against North Lakes United, fellow strugglers as well down there, also newly promoted into the division. They were down to 10 players as well. They will be eager to just continue that performance today. They will be boosted by the return of their former skipper, Momo Hayashi. A big player at the back for them, or wherever she will play. Well, it is a really mixed start, a mixed form from both sides. Be very interested to see how this game will go. It is a derby match. Anything can happen, as it is Gold Coast United who will look to get us on the way. You like Beach trying to put the pressure on. Be intriguing to see how they both do play. Knights very comfortable on the ball, like to be dominant, very attack minded. I think Gold Coast United like to be a little bit more direct. It's Catano. Might fancy it from there. It's touched onto the bar, and there's a follow up. Possible penalty there on Bronte Rose. Referee doesn't see it there at all. Can't quite get the replay, but it looked like it might have been a penalty as Adams came rushing out. Rose got to it first. What a strike there from Catano. And that was almost a perfect start. There's Catano out to Rose. Rose just trying to find a run ahead of Takamura. Tomasella mopping that one up for Gold Coast United. Ojura with possession now. It's gone a little bit scrappy. Tomasella in possession. Looks down the line for Adamson. It's given away. Goodrich has it forward. Takamura. This is nice bit of possession, although they do give it up, and the referee Luka Forsat Pulls that one back. Ref in the middle today. There's Momo Hayashi. Coming straight into the squad, right back into that centre back position. Set piece is her specialty. What a pass that is! Want to be coming out to collect, just beating Emmerich to it, I think. So Joe, the captain, trying to bend it into that far post. Motambe makes that save. Okay. Oh, Farrington. Interestingly for the Knights, Farrington wearing number 9. Currently playing left back position for the Knights. I've said previously, numbers don't seem to matter as much as they used to. As Takamura was underneath that. It was Loveday. There's the angle pass and doesn't quite pick at anyone. It goes all the way through to Motambe, who was very instrumental in that successful FQPLW season for the Gold Coast Knights. Loveday. Little deflection on that clearance. Takamura with the ball back. Kitano. Takamura trying to get onto it. Here's Morland. So many bodies forward here for the Knights, but a pass up towards Goodrich. Not quite reaching it. Well, in that last outing for the Knights, it was a battling 1-1 draw with Brisbane City, conceding a late goal to them. Of course, Knights did take a few goals off Brisbane City at the start of this season, so quite intriguing to see how that pans out. Lions also were defeated earlier today by 4-3 by Eastern Suburbs. That's actually moved Eastern Suburbs above Gold Coast Knights. It was very tight at the top end of the table, and it is making it a little bit exciting here. NPLW, for years it was Lions comfortably winning it. Takamura with a delivery. Loveday to clear up. Here is Momo Hayashi. It's a great ball from Hayashi. Adamson is now able to break. Has been a lot of changes to Gold Coast United this season, with the many of the first team regulars moving on. From the Knights' perspective, it is a very settled squad, just adding in a few extra pieces. Scatano needs the help offered by Malone. Malone's delivery's pretty good, and Withers was coming in there. Foul in the end to Loveday. The right type of delivery from Malone. Like Withers and Loveday just colliding, but Withers just barging her over. Well, Hayashi is one of those signings that can really change a season for United. Which brings a little bit of skill and composure at the back line that they've lacked a little bit. Emmerich. There's Hayashi bursting forward, was looking for that return pass, but it doesn't quite come. Farrington. There's Malone. Getting the body in, it's a good challenge as Adamson was trying to break there. Malone not giving up on it. Gold Coast United were behind to North Lakes, and they managed to come back and get the victory. It's the type of performance that they are looking for more in this season. And so far they've defended quite well without the ball, United. Withers coming short to pick it up. Scored a barrel load of goals coming in off that right. Here's the run of Boyd. Once again, it's Loveday coming across to deal with that on Boyd. Well, Knights can just transition from defence to attack so quickly. Well, just to add a little bit to the derby here, as Bronte Rose has made a move from Gold Coast United to Gold Coast Knights, and is currently the top goal scorer for Knights. Here they come now. Delivery doesn't quite make its way through. Withers will look to try and keep this one alive. Withers from one end to the other. Mullen was looking for it, knocked away. United will look to try and break to pick out Hayashi. He's a little bit behind her. Malone mopping up, doing her defensive duties. A solid defender back there, always happy to put a boot in. Moreland. Back to Malone. Balding forward, Kitano got Takamura in there, it's knocked away in by Suda. It's still with her though. She launches it to Withers if she can get there, and it was just a little bit too much on. Wasn't a bad ball at all here as United's defence was hanging in there. Kitano, a deep delivery. It was always going to be difficult to try and conjure something up from there. Here's Serrero, out to Adamson. Marte was intended target, Farrington beating her to it. Well, United haven't really been able to get Marte on the ball here in the opening 10 minutes as the current top goal scorer for United. Withers looks to dink it across, and it was Farrington coming in at that back post, just drifting offside. Brave goalkeeping from Adams, of course. A quick out to get there. To Marcel, I probably wasn't going to get to it. Adamson with space. McMurty looking to run at Farrington. That's a great challenge from Farrington, really standing up against that opportunity. McMurty always dangerous in that position. No options ahead, so United forced to throw back. It's a loose pass to Hayashi, and this might give the Knights a chance to counter. And again, there's a loose pass into United's half. Hayashi lets it go. Referee does play on Moreland, out to Withers. Withers now looking to shape off against Loveday. Withers getting to the byline, tries to get it across, and that's good, strong defending from Loveday. Exactly what you need your defender to do. Just keep an eye on the ball. Withers is so quick-footed, so sharp. Loveday equal to that. It is with Withers to take, probably someone that you'd actually put in the box here. It's not the best of deliveries, but it makes its way through to Catano. First time effort is dealt with. Malone just preventing any counter-attack from United. Well, that successful season for Gold Coast Knights in their promotion last year was absolutely spectacular. 17 wins and 1 draw, amassing a massive 102 goals scored for, with a 92 goal difference. Finished the season with 52 points, and their closest challenges were North Lakes on 44. That'll be picked up by Watambi. Well, recently we have had sides get promoted and do quite well. You look at Brisbane City a couple of seasons ago, and Mitchelson as well. Gold Coast United have been up towards the top for quite some time, always challenging the Lions. They were the closest challengers to the Lions during their very successful years. Loveday gives it away to Withers. Withers looking to pounce on it here. You've got 3 players for company here. Withers still trying to get it across. Suda gets the body in though. That was an opportunity. I'm sure many had gotten up with us, so a corner will do here for Gold Coast Knights. It is almost 15 minutes played here at the Croatia Sports Centre. We're still deadlocked at 0-0, but the home side having the better of the early spell, as well as to take. That's a much better delivery. And it is Farrington's shot in the end. The initial header from Bronte Rose. United trying to break quickly. McMurty winning the throw. Inside the half is here is McMurty, out-muscled from Malone. Ball forward, took a little nick. The Loveday will deal with that here for United. That's given away straight to Moreland. Moreland trying to force it to Takamura. Withers is there also. It has been really a couple of weeks of derbies. We've had Brisbane City and the Lions meeting twice in the women's game, also the men's game, and followed by Gold Coast Knights and United in the men's and women's. Here's Moreland. Moreland looking to shoot there, I think. Not troubling Adams at all. That has been a long servant to this United side now. One of the few. Malone wins that to Moreland. Catano. Takamura. Catano has it again. Such a technical player. Catano can really unlock defences, as she tries to do there with Tomasella with the block. Here is Rose. A little bit short to Catano. Well, the Knights are keeping United penned into their half without really creating anything at the moment. Moreland plays that in. It's not the best of clearance. Moreland got Withers with her. Moreland might go herself again, and it's straight at Adams. Well, we had that Catano strike inside the first minute that come back off the bar. It's the closest we have come 2-a goal. There's a shout for a penalty with that as well, as Adams brought down Rose. It's a highlight so far in the opening stages here on the Gold Coast. Itano gets it away. Nakamura putting a little bit of pressure on Adamson. As I'm going back, a composed play from Tomasella. United looking to try and break. He is asking a lot of McMurty, who will refuse to give up on it. Farrington clears, forces into touch, and United have a throw deep inside Knight's half. Terrell tries to turn, they still have the throw. Looking to try and make this count. Tomasella. Back to Suda, looking long, but that should go all the way through to Watambi. Well, one of the other live games on at the moment is Lions versus Peninsula Power in the men's division. It's 0-0 at half-time. Was a really entertaining game in the midweek match between those two sides in the Sure Cup, when Peninsula Power knocking out the Lions. Heroic Beach. She did really well to get down that side, that left side, getting away from a marker, cutting on the right foot. Just needed to find some days. United had a few players getting forward into the half, but it was a wayward pass. And here come Withers now. Knights might be able to use this space. Withers does get it across, and that was an opportunity. Goodrich coming in, still a chance though. And United managed to stand firm. Again, it was Withers getting into space, diving in was Goodrich. It comes after United's probably best opportunity. They had so many bodies forward, they give up possession. And it just allows Knights to attack them with a little bit of space. As well as to take this corner. She's had a few good deliveries in the opening 20 minutes. Withers to take. Delivered, headed away. Moreland composed to take that touch, but the pass is a wee bit short back to Withers. Heroic Beach gets it forward, and now United look to try and break, but Catano mopping that up. Good defending from the tactician in the middle of the park for the Knights, doing her defensive duties. It is now with Malone. United not able to get out. Still standing strong. There's Rose. Suda into Hayashi. Is back with Hayashi. Hayashi going over the top. She knows that they do have a bit of pace. Gold Coast United in that final third, if they can use it and exploit it. The Knights, of course, having a bit of pace in the backline as well, with Can and Malone and Farrington, especially down United's right side. Serrero. McMurty trying to take on Malone. Murty in the end not able to create something as she was crowded out. Malone's throw. Catano. Lovely skill. And that'll be the free kick on Goodrich. It relieves the pressure for the Knights. There wasn't a whole lot there, but Well, it certainly has been a stop-start season for football here in Queensland. This is match day 15. Well, Withers is in the box here. Looks trying to shape up for some options, but just hesitated. There's no one there. Withers again with a second delivery. Goodrick trying to get onto it. And it does go for a United corner. Yes, so it is match day 15 officially, but every single side in the women's division will have to play catch-up games. South are currently top of the table on 25 points, played 13 the night, so although they are currently in 5th position, they've only played 10 games and they're on 22 points. I'm sure every player will say they'd rather have the points on the board than the games in hand, but nevertheless it is a factor. Of course, United as well, only on 10 games alongside Northlakes. Takamura not giving up on this one. She's still going. Loveday forced into knocking it out for a throw. Takamura looked like a foul throw from Withers there. Takamura gets it across. Here is Bronte Rose. Back to Kitano. Little touch from Kitano. Thomas Seller. Can United catch the Knights on the break? Serrero driving forward, looking for some options. A little bit of space here for Uruk Beach, looking for the 1-2. It is worked nicely. Uruk Beach trying to get it in, takes a bit of deflection, and Gold Coast United have their first corner of the game here. That's the type of move that they're looking for. Better attacking play from United with that 1-2. Beach looking for a delivery. United having a chance to get the ball into the box. Here's a right foot delivery. It's good, right on top of the goalie. It's knocked away. Still a chance here for you, United, but now the Knights take it off her. Here goes Withers, looking to launch a counter-attack of their own. Withers skipping past one challenge. She's got options to her left. She might try and go herself, and she probably makes the wrong decision as Goodrich was there to stand with her. Looked like she was caught in two minds whether to make the pass or to go herself, and in the end did neither. Can out to Malone. Knights still on possession. Goodrich. Yeah, that's what United do have to be careful with. That was, again, a good opportunity for them, and Knights hitting them hard on the counter, but they do just enough. Farrington. Goodrich. To Kitano, I think it's gone off her. I mean, early on, you can certainly see the game plan here for United to just soak up the pressure from the Knights, limit their chances, and try and get them on the break. It's Takamura. Ball over the top to find her a bit of space. She's waiting for some options. Withers was there. Takamura! What a save from Adams. Well, that's the talent that the Knights do possess. Takamura didn't really have much ahead of her. Withers was trying to find space, but she just cuts it on her left foot. She can hit it on the right. She can hit it on the left. Doesn't matter to her. Forcing a top drawer save from the United keeper. Well, despite Withers' top corners, United have held firm. Looking to do the same here. Another good in from Withers. It's headed away, comes back to the winger. There's a first time delivery. And it goes all the way through at the back post. And it is turned in, and Gold Coast Knights do strike first. There's like Farrington knocking it in at the back post. The corner was a good one. And it goes all the way through to that back post, where Farrington is there to rifle on home. And the Knights break the deadlock coming from that set piece. And we are off and running, and United will now probably have to come out the traps a little bit more, possibly. Here's Boyd. Straight away, Knights on the front foot. Mullen, the Knights hungry for more. Malone. Catano, Malone looking for the 1-2. She gets it back. The ball in is knocked away. Can out to Boyd. Mullen coming short. Boyd again. Catano over the top looking for Withers. Loveday knocking it out of play. Loveday trying to see that one out. Withers not able to get to it. Loveday just doing enough. And the Knights striking first on this derby. Well, United respond here. Withers coming short to collect it. Moreland. There's Hayashi. Right, Beach is playing it forward, and it's just not the right type of pass that McMurty was looking for. Tambi getting his back off and running. Loveday underneath that. It's like a push in the back there of Uruk Beach, and it is a free kick for United as Momo Hayashi standing over this. I'm sure she'll probably look to launch this into Knights territory. It's Hayashi. It's a great pass to Uruk Beach. Back for Hayashi. Beach won it back, but it is mopped up by Boyd. Is Ajura, the captain, trying to lead our team on. Ajura just running into trouble. Catano clearly fouled there. Referee not happy with the ball was played. Ajura just running into trouble. Well, over half an hour played now. Here live on FQTV. Make sure you like and subscribe to keep up to date to all the live action in the top divisions in Queensland. Oh, look at a bit of a high foot. Referee does play on as Willis gets it across. It is knocked away. United might look to break. Adamson now. Addison skips away from Goodrich. Goodrich diving in. United give up possession really needlessly there, as he'd look to try and launch a counter. Suda. Serrero. Long it goes. That's a good ball. It's a bit better. Just a little bit too much on it from McMurty. If United can just get their attacking players on the ball a little bit more in that final third, they could be a little bit more dangerous than they have been. See a little bit of a tactical change from United. Momo Hayashi moving into a slightly more central role here. Amrek refusing to give up on that. Kitano running onto it. Does fire across. Withers is there, but she just doesn't quite get the connection on it. And United conjure up something going forward. Hayashi immediately got three players around her. That's a great challenge from Morland. United's not allowing United to break. Urig breach. It's away from 1 and 2. Boyd knock it into touch. United really struggling to get out at the moment. Knights worthy of their current advantage. Emmerich just flicking that one on, but it's Khan who deals with it. Tambi. Here's Rose. Takamura. Malone. Malone looks to get it across. Takamura. A bit too much on that delivery. Well, Knights do certainly possess a threat on the counter-attack. And they are dominant on the ball as well. United just aren't helping themselves, giving away the ball in these areas. Mullen beaten by Hayashi. 10 minutes or so to go. It's got to be quicker from United. Tomasella. Adamson. Farrington. Let's get the challenge in. Adamson. Mullen with it. Kitano as well. Hayashi battling against Kitano. That'll be an interesting battle in the middle of the park between those two. Takamura looking for options, looking for Withers. Let's come out to this side. The support offered by Boyd. Boyd looks back. Takamura again looking for that back post. Kitano launching it. United standing firm. Morland. Boyd looking back to Kane. Takamura floating it in, and it goes all the way through to Withers. Doesn't get the first block, it's punched away by the keeper. Withers shifting that nicely. There's the delivery again. Adams punches clear. And Takamura couldn't quite keep that one down. It looks like Suda was hit twice there. Here is Withers. And gets it across. Hayashi clears it away, doing her defensive duties. Oh, Knight's just so dangerous. United holding firm at the moment. They need to try and get a goal to get back in this game. And on the balance of play, the way the game's gone so far, it's hard to see where that's going to come from. Yurik breach into Hayashi. There's Yurik breach again. Serrero. Loveday back to Hayashi. They'll spill this for United, but the ball given away by Loveday. There's Takamura. Again, it's given away inside their own half. Moreland, Takamura back with her. Here's Rose. It's Takamura. Out to Boyd. Withers now. Good build up this here for the Knights, but Withers takes a bit of a touch. Little pull on Loveday there, referee allowing United to play on because they might break here. McMurty skipping away from Goodrich. McMurty also away from Farrington. McMurty still going, and finally it's Malone doing the defensive work. Oh, she's a tremendous defender, Malone. Always seems to be there at the last line. Here's a chance though for United. Emmerich gets it across. It just doesn't quite fall for anyone for the away side. There's Catano is back with Farrington. Well, in the other current live game, it is Peninsula Power who have taken the lead against the Lions away from home. Also knocking them out the cup. That's Peninsula Power looking to do the double, but just a couple of minutes away till half time here at the Croatian Sports Centre, and the Knights well worthy of their one goal lead at the moment. United haven't really had much of a threat at all. They've defended well and they've battled the back line, but they've just given the ball away far too easily in Knights half. There's Hayashi looking to get it back. Here is Momo Hayashi. A bit of a wayward strike there from the Japanese midfield cross defender. I think that's where the threat's going to come from. Good 1-2. You always knew she was going to have a dig there. Momo Hayashi. Hayashi obviously a regular in the Japanese league for a couple of seasons. She did join Gold Coast United back in 2019 before leaving for the A-League. This will be her 7th season with Gold Coast United all up. Root Beach. Emmerich trying to force it forward, but again it's lost. Molland. And Malone driving forward. Got some options ahead of her. Here's Rose. Malone, sorry, wants it back. Malone's still with it. Trying to win a corner there. The defender. United will try and break down her side here. Farrington, the goal scorer. It's getting a bit feisty out there between the two sides. Here's Malone. Final minute of the half here. Gold Coast Knights looking to continue their winning ways to get back up the table. Looking at the sides in the division, it is very close at that top end, but I just have a feeling Eastern Suburbs might be one of the tougher sides here. There's no undefeated sides in the league this season, so everyone's tasted defeat. Sure, there'll be a fair number of midweek fixtures coming up here in the NPLW. Oh, the referee does blow the half-time whistle. It has been a dominant half, really, from Gold Coast Knights in the opening 45, and they're well worthy of their current 1-0 advantage. It definitely could have been more. Gold Coast United did stand strong and defended well to try and limit Knights' opportunities, but they haven't really been able to conjure much up themselves. Half-time here at the Croatian Sports Centre in the Gold Coast Derby. It's Gold Coast Knights 1, Gold Coast United 0.
In 2014, when ISIS attacked our country, we faced a lot of trauma. ISIS took me and my family, and they killed a lot of people. Thousands of people are still missing, so we had to leave. We had no choice. Me and my family, we were with ISIS for 20 months. We just had to leave, we had no choice. My cousin and my sister, they sent someone over there to help us escape, and he came with a van, just like a small van. 31 people, we all got into one van. It was very hard, we were all over each other. We drove, lights off, so no one can see us in that village. We were just hoping to get to a safe place. We were just telling ourselves, they will see us, they will find us, because ISIS were everywhere around us. When first arriving in Australia, obviously new country, new place, new life, I felt like I was a newborn to this world. It was very hard for me. I didn't have any friends. I didn't know where to go. I couldn't speak the language. That was probably one of the hardest things for me. I felt lonely. Later on, I told myself, I just have to get up and I just have to find somewhere. Find friends, just go on street, walk everywhere, find people, talk to them, even if I don't know how to speak, just keep working hard. So I started school when I arrived in Australia in 2018 at Harristown State High School. One of my football academy coaches, he told me, Yashin, you should become a referee. And I was doing a few school games and picking up the flag and running the lines, and he told me, there's a course here in Toomba if you want to do it. Woke up that morning, should I do, should I not, should I do it or not? I just had to make a choice. The course was like starting at 9 o'clock and I broke up at 10 o'clock, knocked on the door. Hello, who is this? I've registered, sorry, I know I'm late, but I want to become a referee, I want to do this. Once I start the course, obviously, that moment changed my mind. I was telling myself, why did I have to not to come here? Why did I have to be 1 hour late? Changed my mind, absolutely. Changed my life. I was feeling safe there, sitting by 25 people around me, talking to me in a very nice way. I was very excited. Refereeing 100% helped me to become more confident and building leadership. My life has changed a lot. Before I start, just the biggest thing is you have to look professional. We have to trust ourselves, believe in each other when we are making a call. If you make a call, just be confident, just make it, okay? We need to believe in each other as well. We are a team out there, we need to look professional and have a good game. Sounds good? No worries. Let's do this. I'm feeling more comfortable, more safer. I've met a lot of kind people. They always help me and support me. I absolutely love refereeing and it changed my life. I really enjoy it and I don't do it for money. I just do it because I enjoy it. I do it because I have a lot of people behind the scenes. They help me and support me.
What makes Sully Sully is probably just, how energetic he is, how hard he wants to work for what he wants and everything like that, He fights hard for who he cares about and what he likes and what he enjoys. So when you get in Sully's close bubble, you really get to see him grow as a person and how much he enjoys hanging out with people and doing different things. No matter where you are, you always have a good time with Sully.
I think it was like 2 years ago. I was standing up just there, and I was like my friends, Nat and others were sitting beside me. So they were telling me, will we see you one day refereeing on this pitch? And I told them, yeah, maybe, hopefully. And see, here we are now.
Yeah,
Here we are. So since I've become a referee, first year, I just keep working really hard. And I won an award the first year. On my second year, I got onto the FK Academy for 2 years. And then after that, I won the Referee of the Year in Darling Downs. And I refereed the Darling Downs Grand Final and went to the National Youth Championship. So big steps for me. And obviously, I want to keep growing and keep building that trust. And I'm always confident when I referee. I take every opportunities that I've been given, and I always take it no matter what opportunities I have. And I definitely want to go further. I want to become an A-League referee one day. I know it takes time. It doesn't matter if it's tomorrow, 1 month later, one year, 5 years later. I want to keep building my trust and confidence and get there. One advice I could give to people is never give up. Just keep working hard. Life is hard. You have to work hard for it. Don't give up no matter what you do. Just keep trust in yourself, keep building trust in yourself. Take opportunities and do it, because if I've done it, I know how it feels. It was very hard for me at the beginning. I've done it, I know I can do it, I know others can do it as well.
How do I feel this time? One straight off.
Industries is proud to be the official shelter and grandstands partner of Football Queensland. Felton offers a range of premium aluminium grandstands, from elite portable spectator seating to soccer team shelters for players and coaches. Give your fans the best view of the game with Felton's comfortable spectator seating. With sun-safe shelters or powder-coated in your team colours. Whatever your club needs, Felton has a high-quality, low-maintenance seating option to suit. We are the pioneers in Australian-made grandstands and team shelters. Contact Felton today on 1800 834 016 or visit felton.net.au.
Welcome back for the second 45 minutes here at the Croatian Sports Centre. Gold Coast Knights currently leading United by a goal, 2-0. The Knights having a lot more of the ball in that opening stages, have had most of the chances. And they got their goal, but they haven't been able to turn those chances into a second and third that they would really love to do. United, though, they have defended really well, but how can they turn defence into attack? They need some inspiration from somewhere. I'll be interested to see if they do make changes and how soon they will. As Takamura early on, as the Knights look to try and get right onto the front foot straight away. The Knights have a lot of talented players all over the park. United still a lot of new signings, players still starting to get to grips with each other and how each other want to play. Historically, United are a side who have known to always be battling towards the top, so this is a little bit new for them, being towards the bottom. There's still obviously a lot of football to be played, but it's not the best of starts to the league campaign. There's Hayashi. Nice little ball. Joe, the captain, just trying to lay it out wide to Heroic Beach, but it's a bit short. Withers with it now. Withers fancying the chances of her pace against Loveday. Will she get there? She does. Here's Withers. Loveday doesn't quite get there. It's knocked away by the defence. Takamura was the target. Head away again by Suda. And Boyd might fancy it here. She's still going into the box. Looked like she was going to hit one there, but left it. There's Katano. She always wants to have a goal. It's blocked by Hayashi. Frantic start to the second half as United look to try and get back on level terms. Adamson. Lovely turn, lovely touch and control there by Emmerich. United trying to switch it across, has had some numbers. Europe Beach on that far side. That'll be a throw here for United deep inside the half. That's the opportunities that United might get if they could try and switch it from right to left, left to right quickly. As the Knights like to play very high line and with the wing backs forwards. Hayashi just giving up on it. Tomasella. Not the best of throws. Goodrich is able to clear it. Takamura always happy to come short here. She is beaten to the ball. Adamson. Ojur. Back to Adamson. United get to the final third, but delivery doesn't beat The first body. It's another loose pass. Rose. It's a former teammate Hayashi. Takamura. This has worked quite nicely. Malone. Loads of space here for Malone. She gets it in. It's knocked away. Kitano on the edge of the area. Thought about it. Didn't go for it. Morland. Withers was the target. United still hanging in there. Hayashi clears. Adamson beaten to the ball by Boyd. Boyd's delivery now. Again, it's Hayashi who wins it. Hayashi refusing just to thump that one away. Can under pressure. Finds Malone. Farrington. Farrington looking to switch it. Does come to Goodrick. Number 4. Giving it away to United's 10. Well, Gold Coast United doing a little bit better with outdoing much of his Kitano. Kitano fouled by Hayashi. I think the referee was about to play the advantage, but in the end it is pulled back for a free kick, and it is a free kick in a fairly decent area here. Kitano, she had been known to shoot from all sorts of places. She might fancy the strike. It is going to take something spectacular to beat Adams in goal for United here for Kitano. It looks like she's shaping up to do it. I'm sure if it's the other end, Omayashi will definitely shoot. Kitano and Takamura in discussion. It is Knights number 10 who does go for it. Strikes right off the wall. Kitano again with a second attempt. But that'll go all the way through to Adams. Bit disappointing there. Boyd intercepts it and doesn't allow United to go out their own half. Takamura needs the help offered here. Farrington out to Malone. Malone with the 1-2. Morland looking up well. Takamura! Deflection on the shot there. I think it might have gone for a corner. Looked like it was going way over, but it dipped really fast here for Takamura. Took that deflection off Suda. Had Adams scrambling, certainly. Had some in the crowd thinking it went in as well. As well as with the right foot. It is how the Knights got their opening goal from the earlier corner. I'd love to get a second. Here's Withers again. It's another good ball right on top of Adams, who punches away. Kitano back out here to Withers. Withers doing really well. Gets it across, and again Takamura. I think she might have knocked her out. Well, Withers is some talent out in that wing. Just so quick-footed and deceptively quick. Always take a chance when they try to win the ball off her. And to add to it, deliveries from corners and set-piece areas is certainly the best in this Knights side. Emmerich loses out. Malone tries to play it in. I think Emmerich actually wins that. Emmerich Malone battling. Siro. Tomosella. Dangerous switch, and it almost came to Withers with Bronte Rose knocking it into a path. Here's Hayashi. Surero. United trying to move quickly. Ojura playing it through, and it is Watambe coming up to collect. She did make the initial block. United feeling like something can come here as Yuri Beach is blocked off by Boyd. And what a pass this is here. Watambe, that is what you call a sweeper keeper. Goodrich clears. McMurty. There's a reverse ball. This is the opportunity United were looking for. The Knights mop that up. It's Farrington who clears, and Withers actually comes short and picks it up. Prevents the pressure being put onto the Knights from United. Morland. Mullen would love to captain her side to a Gold Coast victory here on the derby. Withers. Withers still going. Does get it in, but it didn't have enough bend on it. Closely monitored by Rulik Beach. It's Catano again, and again it goes over the bar. Always fancying our chances from there. United again trying to play it from the back, and they lose possession in the middle of the park. The Knights always happy to pick it up. Certainly well worth a goal. Catano has scored a few spectacular goals in her time here at the Knights and throughout her career. Ferrero launching it over the top, but no one there from a United perspective. Well, the Wayside have done a little bit better in the second half, getting into the final third. We're still not able to create much. Ojura, the captain. His passes straight to Boyd. Boyd knocking it right back to where it came from. Withers. Withers again shaping up against Loveday. Withers away from one. Gets it across. Here's a chance for Bronte Rose. It comes back off the crossbar. Catano blocked. Tomasello is still alive though with Catano. Catano does get away from her opposite number. Gets it across. It's headed away. Withers trying to keep her alive. Molland was waiting on the edge of the area, and Gold Coast United somehow keep the score at 1-0. Bronte Rose almost scoring against her former club on Derby Day. United going from one end to the other, but the touch from McMurty just going out of play as United trying to launch the counter-attack. Lions drawing level against Peninsula Power with 4 minutes to go or so in that game in the NPL men's. Goodrich just running out of play. She's a little bit frustrated with herself that she loses possession there. Referee just having a quick word with the defensive midfielder. Who, if anyone, will step forward for Gold Coast United. Can using her body to great effect. Well, it is Derby Day on the Gold Coast. We witnessed a 1-0 victory for Gold Coast United against the Knights in the NPL men's division. Currently the Knights looking to get revenge for the men's squad as they lead United also by a 1-0. Certainly make sure you like and subscribe to the Football Queensland YouTube and Facebook channels if you want to keep up to date with all the action. There's a delivery from Malone. It's spilled initially from Adams, but she does collect it on the second attempt under no real pressure from a Knights perspective. There's Luke Beach trying to find Adamson, but not the best of passes. Malone, Takamura, Katano. Majura doing her defensive duties. Marty just trying to get a break of the ball there. Be interested to see how long we go until United make a change, if they are going to make a change to try and be a little more attacking. Obviously that move from Ayashi into a little bit more of a midfield position. Just trying to get her battling in there to try and create something, but she has been really crowded out. United haven't been able to utilise her in the attacking senses yet. Well, you wouldn't put it past her, just belting one in from range as she likes to do. Well, that is a change from United is Adamson, who does make way for Gold Coast United. Adamson has been a little bit quieter in the second half, but in that first half she was United's only real outball. There's Appleby who makes way for her. Appleby's certainly got a lot of pace and will provide a different sort of threat to the Knights. There's Farrington. It's Malone. Takamura against Appleby, our first real involvement of the match here at the Croatian Sports Centre. Takamura letting that one go. I think this second half's gone probably as good as United would have expected in the opening 15 minutes here. Football is a funny old game, and the longer it does sit just at that 1-0, you might just fancy United just getting that one sniff at goal. That's all they need. Here's Malone. Knights will look to try and end that though. Touch from Farrington. To Malone, trying to flick it through to Catano, but doesn't quite get the right touch. A bit of space for United, and here is Momo Hayashi up against Malone. Hayashi gets his delivery in, but it's far too close to Watambe. Again, when United get in this space, they do work it well. Hayashi bursting to get there. First time delivery. Certainly looked a bit gassed as Malone was coming across to cover. Takamura. The switch is short. Tomosella. It's away from Morland. There's a cut inside. Still with it. Rook Beach just battling, trying to force the ball through almost. Ajur. Jura works it back. It's not quite on the same wavelength there. Withers getting back to defend. With a loose touch from Hayashi. That was the longest United have held the ball in the second half, as they tried to work something. Malone looking for that pass back from Bronte Rose. There's Malone, who continued to run forward. Here's Malone. Appleby for company. Back to Kitano. Takamura. Kitano again. Withers, the target at the back post. So far, 65 minutes played at Croatian Sports Centre. It is just the one goal separating the two sides from the corner midway through the first 45 minutes. The Knights haven't been able to break down United's scoring. And the away side just gaining a little bit more confidence at each passing minute. Here's Malone. Farrington. Can. Matambi. Farrington again. Malone playing it forward. Rose losing out. Here come United now. Can they conjure something up in the touch? Emmerich just couldn't quite get it into her stride. This can come across to defend. Withers, this is exactly where she loves to pick up the ball. Withers plays it early to Takamura. Takamura tries to squeeze it through. Rose, Bronte Rose against her former club, and she puts him to the sword. Bronte Rose makes it 2-0. The script was written for the striker against United. It was a good finish, composed finish into the bottom corner. She certainly refused to celebrate. He just knew she would have a say on Derby Day. And that second goal looks to make this a long old road back for Gold Coast United. That might just be the goal that ends it here. As Knights have made a change. I think it was Boyd that made way. We'll just get confirmation of that substitution in a few minutes. Appleby looking to play it in, and that was a little bit of a late one there. Referee just telling him to calm down. Takamura getting that block in. It was a great time to score from a Gold Coast Knights perspective, scoring midway through the first half, and saw that midway point. Midway point of this half as well, sort of just ending any sort of a comeback for Gold Coast United. Where the game's going. You did see United possibly getting a chance to score once, but it just looks like a tall order to score twice away from home here against the Knights side, battling at the top end of the table. Although they'll certainly try. There's Julik Beach chasing it down. Here's Malone. Hayashi. Hayashi wants it back, but it goes through to Serrero. Takamura losing out to the skipper. Momo Hayashi. Here's Sura. Urig Beach. Opting to go herself here against Withers. Withers very quick to get back. Throw looked like she might have been fouled there. Referee not agreeing with that. And Farrington has it. Knights starting to just slow the game down a little bit now that they've got this second goal advantage. Kane. Spilsbury, who actually made way for Boyd. There's the angle ball. Ajur making her way forward, trying to find a little bit of space. United work it well. Where Beach does get across, is a header towards goal. And it is turned away as United trying to find a way back into this game. McMurty taking on Malone. Deflection on the delivery. It's Farrington. And Goodrich defending. Doing enough. And it goes for a goal kick. Rose again. And a little room here. Bronte Rose. There's Goodrich. Doesn't quite hit the target. Oh, it's just another example of Knights breaking up the park. United thought they might have had an opportunity. Once it comes to Goodrich, he's always going to have a go. Here's McMurty. Serrero back to Appleby. Looking for McMurty. She's picking the ball up deeper and deeper. Goodrich. Kane on the ball now. It's Gold Coast Knights. We're just starting to just regain the control and composure. Since grabbing that second, you can see look to have deflated United a little bit. As they are just sitting a few yards deeper than they were earlier. The Knights look to try and break them down further. Catano. Here's Rose. Still Bronte Rose. Here's Spilsbury. That was a loose one from her. There's Ajur. She's won it in a good area, but there's no one busting ahead of her, and she's having to try and do it herself. In the end, winning the throw. There's Ajur. United trying to find a little bit of magic from somewhere. There's Loveday. Catano with it, Withers trying to come short. It's all the way back to Adams under pressure. Tomasilla. Time on the ball here for United as Knights won't put much pressure on it, but she gives away possession anyway. Bronte Rose. Appleby coming short. Malone. Lovely pass from Malone. Catano now still going. Gets the ball across and it's straight at Adams. Adams trying to get United moving quickly. It's a loose pass again. Is Gold Coast United getting a bit frustrated with themselves. Attack after attack from the Knights. Rose. Hayashi. Rose and Hayashi obviously long-term teammates. There's Malone winning the header. Like a pass of just giving up a bit there from Momo Hayashi. A loose one from a United point of view. I think defensively United have looked a lot stronger than they have done in the last few weeks. They've shipped 2 goals today, but it's been an onslaught from the Knights right from the first whistle. They've dominated the ball, dominated possession. When you compare the results to the 4-0 loss to East, 4-0 loss to the Lions. Conceded 2 to North Lakes, 2 to QES, 4 as well to Souths. A 3-0 defeat as well to East earlier. Oh, credit to McMurty. It's a thankless task up front sometimes in days like this. Appleby to play the lines, but Catano again just monitoring it really well, blocking those passing lanes. Knights refusing to give United any hope at all here in this Gold Coast derby. Molland. Catano. Takamura to her right, opts to play it forward. Goodrich just trying to flick that one on. Tomosilla. It's a short pass again, his possession just given up. It's Takamura. Loveday. Thought she might have won that there for strength with us. Here she goes, Loveday getting the challenge in. United might look to try and make a change here in a couple of minutes, probably after this attacking phase of play from the Knights. Takamura with us. And out it goes. Hayashi battling with Catano. Looks like Momo Hayashi might have gone on top, but Catano wins it. Looking for some options, looked for Moreland, who was bursted to get in. Goodrich keeping it. Down Knights End. And Rurik Beach. To Emmerich. Back to Rurik Beach. Spilsbury getting back to defend, and she does really well. As United just not getting any luck at all to get up the park. Catano. Looking for Bronte Rose. It is clear, but Catano off a second bite at this. Here's Rose. Out to Withers. Moreland. So many options from Gold Coast Knights. So much movement. Catano. Withers. Is back to Moreland. There's the delivery towards the back post. The header up and over from Malone. Wasn't a bad delivery at all. It was a good move. But there's a double substitution being made as well, just off camera from Gold Coast United. changes well from the Knights as United looking to find any way at all back into this game. There's Malone. Moved into a midfield position. Here's Malone skipping away, still going. Dinks it across. A chance for Stanley, who's only been on the park less than 30 seconds. That would have been some introduction to this game. Malone faked to go one way, went the other. Right type of ball. I think she was looking for Bronte Rose, but nonetheless. There's Hayashi. There's Suda. Appleby. Trying to force it long. Urich into Hayashi. Hayashi trying to go herself here. What a strike that was. Straight at Watanabe. It would took something absolutely sensational to score from there, but Momo Hayashi does have it in a locker. A lot of power on that strike. Emmerich has made way for Carter up top, former Ipswich Knights striker. And United make this a little bit more interesting in the final 10 minutes. McMurty gives it away. Takamura. Farrington, here's Malone. Line with it. Appleby and with Stanley battling. Sorrell just staying forward now for United. Only a couple of shots on target from United in the second half. Gaetano out to Bronte Rose. Rose now looks to get it in towards Withers. And it just needed a touch from anybody. It was the right type of ball to play in from Rose. Rose just drifting away from a marker. Whipping it across there. If it just needed a touch. Withers was there. So was Molland. Stanley was just off camera there as well. Here's Hayashi. Hayashi just misplacing her footing. Well, we are into the final 10 minutes now here at the Croatia Sports Centre, and the Gold Coast derby is heading the way of the Knights. 2 goals up. And they're looking for more space starting to open up as United just flooding some bodies forward. A lot of tired legs out there as well. It's Hayashi. Appleby. It's Hayashi again. Get to change direction. Majura asking a bit much there of Walsh. Gaetano. One end to the other. Gaetano looking to play it quickly. Willis was the target, but it is mopped up from United. Hayashi. Serrero. Takamura. Keeping a close eye on it. I think the Knights quite comfortable to allow United to have possession in that area of the park, as they know that they'll win it back. Here is Walsh. Looks to play it forward. Serrero is trying to knock it into a good area. Yorick Beach chasing it down, and that is well defended from Spilsborough. Oh, Queensland, or Lions getting a late equaliser in the NPL game that was played earlier. 86-minute equaliser from the skipper. That game ending as a draw. I think Peninsula Power will be delighted with that over the two games. Win at home, comfortable win at home in the end by the scoreline. And a draw at Luxury Paint Stadium. Here's Appleby. Tano. And so just seems to pop up there. Takamura winning possession. Monty Rose leaving it a bit short. This victory, if the Knights can hold on for this 2-0 win, will move them to 25 points. Tambe collecting is Marty coming in. Yep, they'll be up to 25 points, which will, depending on other results, of course, over the weekend, they might sit joint top of the table with South United. Lovely control here from Bronte Rose. Out to Withers. Withers looking just to completely finish off United. She gets it across, but it's out of play. I think Knight's starting to pick up a lot of spaces as United are leaving a lot of room at the back. They're throwing bodies forward. And despite throwing numbers into the final areas, Catano. Rose is screaming for it. Catano eventually does come to Rose. She lays it back to Molland. And that took a deflection on its way through, collected by Adams. Well, it certainly doesn't get any easier for Gold Coast United, because next up, they are at home, but they're at home to the current league leaders, South United. And after that, they're against QAS. But here's the opportunity that they've been looking for. And it's by the post. McMurty, the one player in this United side that you definitely want in that area. It is Serrero. Lovely little reverse ball. McMurty not able to wrap her foot around it and get it on target. Monty Rose losing out here. Come United. Can they get a late push? Possession lost. Be an interesting next couple of weeks as well for the Knights. Sunshine Coast Warriors and North Lakes. Looking for 6 points there. It's a lovely little touch here with Stanley. Oh, she does really well to get to the byline there, using her pace, skipping away from Appleby. First time she's really done that since coming off the bench. Appleby probably expecting her to go back onto the right foot. Withers looking there for the tap in. It is the right foot of Withers. Delivery towards the front post and it's forced Adams to clear. She'll have a second bite at that delivery. And it's back off the post there from Walsh. Almost an own goal. And finally United clear. We might see this one back. It was the second bite at delivery. Almost a spectacular own goal. from the substitute. Spilsbury launching it up towards Bronte Rose. Takamura. Moreland just trying to whip that in. There's Catano winning it off of Walsh. That will go out of touch into the final minute. Well, Gold Coast United certainly making it competitive today. They've been dogged, defensive, didn't make it easy for the Knights, but has been a professional performance from the home side. They came to get 3 points on this derby day. They scored twice and they're on their way to doing that. Derby days can always be tricky. And McMurty and United's just refusing to allow Gold Coast United any inroads. So a little bit of a late tug there. Is Appleby and Stanley battling with Stanley, refusing to give up on it. We're now into added time now. 90 minutes have gone and passed. I think Gold Coast Knights have ultimately deserved the victory, but it is, well, it looks like a better performance from United. There's a shot. Ulick Beach just fancying it. It'll go down as a shot on target. There's a Jura. Hayashi. Hayashi just slipping on her way through. Looks like she's gone down with a bit of cramp. She'll say just coming off the A-League season. Spilsbury. Tomasella. Here's Bruce. Well, Walsh, sorry. Back to Tomasella. Long it goes. We'll just probably have a few additional more minutes for the substitutions. And the Knights looking to just see this one out with a good 2-0 victory and a clean sheet on Derby Day. There's Farrington, who got us off and running. Although it's given up. McMurty looks to get it across. A touch from Ulick Beach. It is Takamura doing her defensive work. Catano. Up to Withers. Withers looking to pass it through. Suda. The referee does blow the full-time whistle here at the Croatian Sports Centre. Farrington got us off and running with scoring from a corner kick from Withers and halfway through the first half. But it was the story of the day as Bronte Rose back against her former club, scoring to make it 2. Gold Coast Knights dominated the game from start to finish, really. United did make it difficult for the hosts, but they were never really in the game from an attacking sense. Watambe making a couple of saves, but Gold Coast Knights worthy winners here with 2-0. The Knights currently go joint top of the table and the NPLW. Full time at the Croatian Sports Centre is Gold Coast Knights 2, Gold Coast United 0.